Awards, it's not even funny. So I'm not even going to go in
They're
there.
getting tired of me. That's all it indicates. Thank you for letting me go first because Joe's shoes are hard to fill in. So I'm very happy that you don't have an idea of what Joe is going to say.
Oh, there it is.
So I'm trying to follow her footsteps a little bit. It's very difficult to trace her.
This is forward, that's reverse, and that's pointer.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So, what we did at ABE-LA Mission College, we have stackable certificate program. Each certificate adds few more courses, and eventually you get to the degrees. So that's what it is. Starting with one semester, students can get one certificate. So we have two back-to-back biotech courses, biotech 1 and 2, 8 weeks. It's intense, but it's on a hybrid format after the pandemic. So 2 days of in-person labs, 2 days online, and we finish one course in 8 weeks, Monday to Thursday, 8 to 12:30. 90% at least of the students after one semester of this, finishing the first certificate, they are hired by the industry. And the way we planned it, at least 1 or 2 industries come to our campus just to interview every single student in the program. So I have about 18 industries right now. They're all disappointed, which is a good thing and sometimes a bad thing. But the first 2 industries who come on campus, they interview and they grab most of them. So it is a good problem to have. That's why we have been able to maintain that. The best part is after first certificate, if they can do another 2 courses, they get second certificate. They continue that because these industries are 24/7 and students prefer either they get graveyard shift or they get weekend shift, so they can maintain their schooling. The second best part is the industries provide tuition reimbursement as part of their package. All the industries that I have, I don't think there's anyone who doesn't. Up to $5,000 for bachelor's degree every year and up to $10,000 for master's. So one of my students last semester, she joined and she was working at Home Depot. There's no prerequisite. All you need in a student is their zeal to learn and to excel and make it a career, not a job. I clarify that in the beginning. Job you can get at Cost Junior, you can get at Target, but this is a career. If you feel you are interested, go ahead. Nobody is pushed into this, but those who decide to go for interview, which is again about 90%, all of them are there. So I help them with the resume, I help them. I know what is needed on the other side of the table because I work closely with industries, what they are looking for, which is the area. I have matched the curriculum exactly according to the industry. So I sat with them over years. What do you need? What is your Christmas wish list of an ideal employee? Because you have so many job openings, we have so many graduates. There's some disconnect somewhere, and I'm here to address it. And 90% times they don't respond to email. 90% time they will fix a meeting and they're not available. So I don't need to tell you, you're all intellectuals. It took me about 10 years before I could even start getting to, okay, this is what you want, is this what you want? And sometimes taking them lunches, just the sandwiches, let's make it a working lunch, because I was very much bothered that our students are not getting the finish line. We're all graduating them, and then what? That was my difference that I could bring in, and I'm very, very happy it worked. So all our students now are working. They come back, finish the next certificate, finish the AS degree. I'm proud to say we started the bachelor's degree now. This is our first certificate, that's where they all get hired, and this is our plan. First the lab tech certificate, then cell and gene therapy certificate. I introduced this in this year. It was about 16, 17 steps to go through accreditation, to go through approvals and getting it into, I'll come to that in a minute. So this is the pathway. They get another 2 courses, statistics and microbiology. They can get research lab tech certificate, few general ed courses, and QC, QA, which is big in biomanufacturing. They get associate degree, and now we started bachelor's degree in this semester on 29th of August. I'm proud to say out of 19 students cohort that we have, 17 are already working in the industry. And I got a commitment from the industry partners that once they finish their bachelor's, not to say they are getting compensated $5,000 a year from the company, they will get a promotion. So those were commitment letters that really helped me build that. And they're already working, they'll get a promotion in 2 years, and I made the program work that biomanufacturing is being taught by industry partners. So they actually are in the process, and according to their availability, Saturday mornings, most of the classes we could put online to fit the student's schedule, so they don't have to choose between whether I do school or work. So that was the best part we were able to pull off. So that's what makes it kind of a unique program, that they don't have to give up their job. They can still do 2 courses at a time and finish in 2 years. Everything is planned that they'll get a bachelor's degree in 2 years after they have their AS degree, which almost all of them have it. So we have planned it, making it a student-centered program, and industry loves it because we took their input. So we have college students, incumbent workers, veterans, high schoolers, non-traditional students. In pandemic, many people got laid off. They had no idea what science is. So I removed all the prerequisites. Anybody who wants to learn, make it a career, just jump in. I have anywhere from 18-year-old to a 63-year-old in that program, which is really great. So one thing was about industry, they were like, we can get students, like UCLA is graduating 500 people, and I saw something like I saw at CarMax. One time I went with a friend, a table, and people are sitting across. I'm like, what is going on? This was at Kite Pharma. They invited me for I had written a manual for them, train the trainers. And they're like, this is graduates all from UCLA, we want to interview them. So far we found 6. They had 210 people there, each one sitting. The whole industry is busy interviewing them. They found 6 because they don't know what is CGMP, they don't know what is SOP, they don't know this, they don't know that. They don't even know the terminology. How can we start? They have a degree. And that's what Trick did. And I brought everything into the curriculum, modified it. And now they know. They don't even ask, what have you learned about this? They know they have learned. They'll just ask, why do you want to work at this industry? What is they want to find other things. So one thing that I came across, they were looking at who can work in a team. This is a 24/7 operation. Each batch is millions of dollars. If they don't know how to transition between teams, if they don't know how to communicate and do the documentation that is required by FDA, they will not be able to accommodate those students at all. And that's what I brought in with project-based learning. So they think of a project in the second half of the first semester. In first half, first course, I teach them all the techniques that are basic, starting with this is beaker and this is pipetter, because many of them are non-traditional students, non-science students, and take them to all the techniques, including PCR, ELISA, automated pipetting, documentation, certification, all the basics. In the second half, I let them choose a project. If I give them a project, they're not going to do it. It will be enforced. So they come up something like, my grandfather didn't want any vaccination. Can I check if his immune system is okay? Let's do IgG. IgM and IgG we can do in saliva. There is no protocol for saliva, but I extended from plasma. Let's try what dilutions will work. And they came up with that. We got some saliva from kids who were not vaccinated. I had 3 vaccinations, I gave mine. So with the informed consents, they learned how to create a research protocol. They created, executed experiments, and they actually did the project-based learning, which I'm going to show in a minute. So this is our launching of bachelor's degree on On 10th of August, our president came and announced and welcomed all the students. And this is one extra certificate that I felt with the changing technology I had to introduce into the program for cell and gene therapy. The unique part of it, apart from this is how much we want to do in so many weeks, and getting all the approvals, the best part was I could find a partner. I do not have a facility for stem cell research. I know how to do it. I don't have a facility. It's multi-million dollars. I created a partnership with Cedars-Sinai Biomanufacturing Center. Not many people even knew that they have a biomanufacturing center. So students were able to take the patient sample, isolate the cells, program them backwards, make them into stem cells, and then program those stem cells to become neurons or heart cells. Mitzi is an example. She's the first case. I drove her nuts on that. She's one of the students who actually went through the program, did 3 certifications in cGMP, actually manufacturing stem cells for patient use for customized, tailored treatment of those patients, how to store it, how to manage each of the aseptic techniques, what were there. It was intense, 3 days a week. For 5 weeks, they were 8 to 5 in the lab getting the experience from experts. So I feel that's a very good accomplishment for a community college to create that kind of partnership where they know what they're teaching, I know what I want, and students are the beneficiaries. All 6 of them, I have been approached, where are their resumes? There is a big demand, and with UCLA Center coming up, there's no dearth of where they will find their spots. So that was the major thing. I felt very happy accomplishing it. And Cedars Biomanufacturing Center was very generous. They launched it with us, and we finally graduated. This is Dr. Serene, who is their executive director, and these are all the students, and we had the honor of graduating them with this first certificate, the badge. And Mitzi, thank you. I was honored to have her family. So she was one of my guinea pigs, a victim who survived, so anybody, you have access to her. So then with project-based learning, every semester we do an exhibition. This was the last time, and in March again, in June again we had it, and this time we will have it on 12th of December. So dates are decided before I even start the course, and they are getting interviewed on 3rd of December. So the way industry does it, they ask me for the finish line, and they give them their job offers before Christmas. So they get the best Christmas gift. They have a job offer when to join. And they keep their orientations now according to our program. They will start orientation after our program finishes and students are gone. So this is what we do for exhibition. For example, I said, sorry, it's going up a little bit. This was for yeast, whether it adds to any immune response with yeast. Another one was done with endotoxins in water. So canned food, somebody said, there are no bacteria, but can we check for endotoxins? LAL assays, big thing in industry for endotoxin testing. We tested our lab water, and they found really good results. The whole idea is to see them, if they can do it, teamwork, they can handle a project in a small scale, they can think through it, what data is good, what data is not good, how to collect the data, how to use the teamwork and communicate well. And that was, so these small projects are thought through and brought up to the door by students, not by me. I'm only a moderator, and it's a students-driven classroom. So another one, somebody said, my father has a restaurant, makes so much French fries, and we don't know what to do with the oil. So this is bioremediation of oil by oil-eating bacteria. Let's try which oils could do that. And this is how the exhibition is held. All the employers are invited, the whole school is invited, everybody is invited, their families. It's an open event. And they explain to everybody in 2 hours. This gentleman here, African American, he was a PhD in food biosciences. So far I have had 14 people through CSUN or UCLA with bachelor's degrees, 3 with PhDs coming through this program because they cannot find a job otherwise. And it's a career Now one of the students who was at Home Depot, she said, guess what, doctor, I finished my 90 days yesterday. And who's my supervisor? Oh, that, she was your first student here. So my students are now supervisors. At CBC, they hired 6 students before I started this program at Cedars Biomanufacturing Center. And now one of them was training Mitzi, 2 of them actually, and her batch. They were my older students. Now they have joined the bachelor's program. So it created kind of a circle, a full circle, and it is very encouraging and very rewarding. So these are the partners that have hired quite a few people from all of us, at least one. OMEET is the new one in Thousand Oaks, but they all look for the people, and most of them right now don't have any students from me. Mostly they are taken by Grifols, Takeda, and now Impact Bio, they hired another student with cell and gene therapy. They have moved recently to West Hills, and Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai, if you are familiar with their computer system, doesn't even recognize, even for transporter job, if there is no bachelor's degree. But I have 11 students working there right now, which have no bachelor's degree, but they are now the trainers for some of the students that we have. So it's that networking, that one-on-one approach, making them understand what we are trying to do and finding their time with repeated efforts. So far, from spring 19, that's when I started, to this year, I'm very, very honored to say I've been instrumental in placing 108 students with the industry, and 95 to 100% every semester have been hired. These are some of the people who are in supervisory position now. They have trained, or they are training our students as we speak. So I was very proud of them. This is Takeda team, came to our campus this is Grifols team. And Mayor's office came to see, this is from Mayor's office, those 2 people on the left side. Like, we have never heard of a company coming to, not for a job fair, but actually coming for a program to interview people. I'm like, come on 16th of May and you'll see them. They came and they actually met them. So they made another connection. They said, we'll help you with your job fair. So Grifols was happy that I could help them connect with Mayor's office. So it is all intertwined. This is the team from Takeda, their HR director and the whole team from Thousand Oaks facility and San Fernando Road facility. So these are some of the non-traditional workers that I was very proud of. They fitted very well into the program. I'll take a moment for this story. I get suddenly in September 2nd week a call from Cedars-Sinai. We have one of your students, he's really good. We are going to advertise our 2nd position. Can you please suggest a student from your lab? I'm only 2 weeks with the students, I have no idea. So next day I was teaching this nanodrop spectrophotometer. One of the students, I was cleaning the needle point. So he was holding, he saw me using it twice, the alcohol swab. 3rd time he's holding it. I'm like, this guy gets the hang of it. He's anxious to learn. That was my only pick. He's a musician. I talked to him. I'm like, give me your resume. I do music. That's how I'm part of the band. Are you interested in Cedars-Sinai? I says, very much. To cut the long story short, I sent his resume, fixed it, and I'm like, I should send them a female candidate also. It's not fair. Just one candidate, one position. And they said, if we advertise, we will get 600 applications. We want to give your students a chance, which was, I felt, a real great honor for me to hear from them. So I sent another one, and I go to this girl, I'm like, would you like to be part of this team? And she says, my mother cleans at Vaughn's. I'm a 1st generation student. I'm like, I'm asking, are you interested? I don't know if I'm like, are you interested? I'll push you. I pushed her. And they all had 3 interviews, and last one with PI. When she's entering the facility, if anybody has entered this facility, it's called Medically Associated Science and Technology at Cedars. It is in Pacific Design Center. It's very intimidating. You have all the science and nature publications on the wall, and it's really, really fascinating facility. She made a video of herself, Dr. Arora, I'm very nervous entering this building. Are you sure you want me to go? And her hand is shaking. And I was immediately, yes, you're going, and this is the person waiting for you. So she greeted her, and to cut the long story short, they didn't hear anything. We started the second course and they're like, we are fine, either of us gets the job, we understand there's one position, it's really a great facility, we would love to be part of that. I suddenly get a phone call in the evening, second week into project-based learning. We love them both, we want to hire them both, we got another position created and funding for it, we are getting them out. Is it okay if they join at 1 o'clock from this date? Because we know your class is at 12:30. Can you let them go like 10 minutes earlier? Our HR requires that we have reporting time 1 o'clock. I couldn't be happier. These were the two students. First thing they did, they took their badge pictures and sent it to me. Dr. Arora, see where we are. They're still there. And this is the success rate. Somebody asked me, it was a great joke, what happened to the 2% that you say didn't get the job? I'm like, they were very picky. Tell them I need to work in microbiology lab. One of them got into industry, third interview, they showed him this will be your desk, this is the thing you will be, and he goes, do you have any better position for me? I wonder what happened to that one then. So this has been the secret that I shared with you, and I'm very, very privileged. I had the first National Science Foundation grant for over $500,000 that helped me with this. My time is over. And this is 30 years of advanced technical education, and they gave me a whole page of coverage. This is what we are doing. And creating along the same line, I hold high school workshops every summer, 1 week, and they get a certificate in the end. They're very involved, and Amgen Biotech Experience is part of them. Mitzi was part of that even last year. And with LAUSD, all the schools, we do that. So Amgen Biotech program is integral. Very grateful for what these people are doing. I'm especially grateful to Kenan and Luz and the whole team. Their heart and soul is driving force for me. So dual enrollment with high school, first time we offered is a course, Biotech 002, that's our first course. In summer this time for Arleta High School, for Jean Wong students, and they enjoyed it, they really loved it. So first time we had the opportunity to offer a college course at college campus during summer, and we really look forward to enhancing that at all the times. Another thing I was able to do, since I met with these all industry partners for so long, I was able to create a central exam where all the community colleges, the programs like ours, they can send their students, take an exam that is approved by the industry, because we did it with industry. It took me 10 years going to industries every time, 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes being cancelled, to create that exam. It is being hosted by Biocom Industries. Biocom has 200 partners under its umbrella, and LA Mission College is the hub. Next exam, 6th of December. So we decide when the students are graduating out of a program, and we can engage them into this. It's called BioTC. It was inaugurated at the industry and really approved by these. These were the team that really created it. So far, 108 students have taken it, and some of Joe's students also took it, which was great feedback for us. And we presented this and conducted all the community college conference at Griffles at the industry, so they could see the industry. And we explained to them, this is our body of knowledge, and this is what we cover. So we are helping them with curriculum to create that unison into the industry. So based on this, our success rate, our local assemblywoman gave us $10 million. It was sweet of her. Only thing we know is it's not enough to create a new facility. She wants a new training center. So LACCD pitched in another $10 million. We are going to create a new facility. Starting next year, we are in the final phases of how the building should look like, and we'll see how far we go. And this is our LA Bioscience Week. Everybody is welcome. We'll have a job fair, a career fair, and we have panels for students, we have panels for industry specialists, we have panel for success to biotech. So this is on 15th of October, 10 to 3 in Campus Center in ABE-LA Mission College. You all have those flyers and information. I'll be honored to see many of you and all of you, and it will be my privilege. So this is our new biotech center coming up, and I'm almost done. This doesn't need to go. And like I said, they got tired of me, so they started giving me some awards. So, most inspirational woman, the woman of the year, I'm like, what more? So high tech, they paid for my trip to Kansas City, gave me Educator of the Year award. That was Missouri, and Mentor of the Year award and all that. So I think they don't know what to do with me anymore. So any questions? I'm here. I'll let the thing go. I took more time than I should have, but thank you.